Are you willing to forgive quickly? Because you're going to be seeing this person's nose and forehead and breathing the same air with them every single day. So, do you want to be holding grudges? Do you want to be living in a space where there is no peace and there's tension everywhere? You're going to have to learn to forgive very, very quickly.
Hey, what up, girl?
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. And yet again, I couldn't find any way to clip this thing, so we are holding it as well today. So anyway, in today's video, we are going to be talking about 6 things that you must work on in your singleness season. Without further ado, drum roll please. Number 1, decentralizing yourself. So, decentralizing yourself just means learning to put the needs of others above your own. And this is because, like in marriage, your needs are going to have to be secondary. This is not to say, oh, you're not heard or anything, but the way marriage works, if both of you enter with a mindset to serve each other, then by you prioritizing your partner's needs, there's no way you'll be running a loss, right? But how you learn to do this in your singleness season is by serving in your local church. You can also practice this by volunteering, even in intercession. Like when you enter into prayer and you put others' needs before your own, even in prayer, that's a way of practicing decentralizing yourself, because in as much as you are a whole lot, in the sense like you are valuable, you mean a lot to God and to the people around you, it does not mean that the world has to necessarily revolve around you, if you know what I mean, and more so in marriage. So yeah, learn to decentralize yourself, learn to prioritize the needs of others above your own. Basically, learn to be selfless and to be less self-centered, if that makes sense. And the second thing that you must absolutely work on is communicating well. How do I put this? Learn to use your words all the time, and also let them be good words, because I'm pretty sure this is something we've had being tossed around a lot, that your partner is not a mind reader. So you're going to have to learn to communicate your needs or your concerns or your grievances using your words, right? And even when it comes to disagreements, you're also going to have to learn to pick your words carefully. You're going to have to learn to regulate your tone, to make sure that you're using the right words, to make sure that even when you're in a disagreement or in the process of resolving a conflict, you don't use words you will not want to go back to after a couple hours or a couple minutes. You don't want to go to places in disagreements where you will not be able to come back from. You wouldn't want to be offending each other, because at the end of the day, 2 wrongs do not make a right. So how you practice this in your singleness season is simple. You have friends, you have family. How do you communicate with those people? How do you solve any issues that may arise? How do you disagree with these people? Because even in disagreement, you must learn to disagree well. Even in fights, you must learn to fight well and fight fair. So you can just look at how, even with your current friendships, how with your current family, relational behavior, how you're relating to them. Are you somebody who is just giving people cold shoulders, or giving people silent treatments, or just kind of ghosting people and not necessarily talking and using your words when you're not happy with something? So this is for sure something that you would want to work on, because you're going to be with this one person every day of your life, and I don't think you would want a home where you're just giving each other cold shoulders and even silent treatments, right? Because I'm pretty sure even for your partner, you would want them to communicate well to you, their needs, their concerns, their requests, or simply what they are happy about, right? And the third thing you must work on in your singleness season is learning to cover other people's weaknesses. Are you that kind of person who, when you observe other people's weaknesses or when you notice something not necessarily perfect about somebody, are you that kind of person who runs to gossip about it, or are you going to be broadcasting it somewhere else instead of maybe talking to that person if it's necessary that you talk? Are you showing people grace? That's another way I guess you can put it. You should learn to give people grace, because even in your friendship circles, right? Because this is your practice arena, your friendships and your family relations. When you observe that weakness in somebody, or when somebody does not necessarily behave well, or they kind of behave out of character, or they are still working on some things, we are all works in progress after all. Are you that kind of person who is going to rush and start talking about it to other people? Or when somebody does you wrong, are you going to be gossiping about it to other people, except that person you should actually be talking to? So this is how you learn to cover other people's weaknesses in your life, in your singleness season, because how you treat your friends is not going to be different from how you will treat your partner. How you're relating with your family members right now, your siblings, your cousins, whoever, is not going to be different from how you relate to your partner. And now, especially with your partner, you know how in marriage things are intimate. You actually need to decide which things can be talked about to third parties and which things are not to be talked about, the things you should solve on your own. Like, you would not want to go to your friends or your relatives and start ranting about your partner's weaknesses, because your duty is to actually cover your partner, because Jesus Christ saw your sin and he covered it. So if Jesus saw your messy sin and he covered it, who are you not to cover your spouse's weaknesses? So I know, like, the outside scenario might not be a perfect area sort of to practice this thing, but I think it works, because you don't want to just jump right in and not have learned to give grace to other people. I mean, talk more of your partner. So yeah, that's definitely the third thing you should learn in your singleness season. The fourth thing you should learn in your singleness season is to forgive quickly. Now, this one is a no-brainer, okay? Because if you don't forgive quickly, what kind of home do you want to live in? Because the truth is, I'm pretty sure we've all been in serious relationships. I, for one, can attest to the fact that the person you love the most is the person who offend you the most and who hurt you the most. So now your partner, no brainer, is going to be in a position to hurt you the most and offend you the most. But now how you react is up to you. Are you willing to forgive quickly? Because you're going to be seeing this person's nose and forehead and breathing the same air with them every single day. So, do you want to be holding grudges? Do you want to be living in a space where there is no peace and there's tension everywhere? You're going to have to learn to forgive very, very quickly. I don't think there's any need for me to talk about how you can practice this in your singleness season. Like, you have friends, you have family, you relate with people every single day. You meet strangers, because strangers even have the power to offend you. Imagine if you meet a stranger and maybe they step on your foot on the bus or something and you're angry about it for 3 days plus. Like, that cannot be a good sign, right? And then, of course, your friends as well, those ones close to you. Have you forgiven? Are you forgiving quickly? It's something that you definitely have to learn, because offenses are going to come. But how you handle them, especially in a space where you are in an intimate relationship, you are in a very close relationship and you live in the same house, I think you'd want to lead with peace. You'd want to lead with what is best for that relationship. And forgiveness is the best thing, because if you want me to go there, Jesus forgave you. Who are you not to forgive? Okay, and the fifth thing you should work on is finding out your life's work and your vision. So what I mean by your life's work and your vision is what God proposed you to do, that which God created you to do and sent you on earth to complete. You'd want to know that for sure in your singleness season and be established in it, or at least have knowledge and understanding of it. Because number one, even in your choice of a partner, this is something you'd want to consider, that will your vision align with their life, or will their vision align with your vision, the vision that God has given you? Because especially as a woman, your vision is going to have to be submitted under your husband. And what that means is, if your husband is not supportive or ends up not cultivating your vision, he's going to stifle it. And at the end of the age, when you meet your judge, he's going to demand you give an account. And you're not going to say, the husband you gave me. It's your duty to know what your life's work is. What is that vision God has put in your heart, in your hands, in your mind to do? It is your responsibility to be firmly established, at least in the knowledge and understanding of it. You may not have like the fullness of understanding when it comes to everything that God wants to accomplish in your life. But what is the overall picture that you have? What is the overall understanding that you have? And you would definitely want to know, like I said before, because you'd want to know if the partner you're going to marry is going to be able to support you or to cultivate that vision, or will it align, right? So definitely this is something you'd want to work on and find out before you get married. And the sixth and last thing that I'll talk about is you have to have the ability to live and cleave. Now, I understand this is something that you cannot be practicing in your singleness season, but it's something you can pray about. So in Genesis 24, when Eliezer went to look for a wife for Isaac, and he had met Rebekah, and now he has met Rebekah's family. And now Rebekah's family actually wanted Rebekah to stay 10 more days before he now left with Eliezer. But number one, Eliezer was like, no, don't hinder me, because the Lord has prospered my way. So I should making my way back. I should be making my way back to my master. And then the family was like, okay, let's ask Rebekah herself. They asked Rebekah, and Rebekah was like, I'm ready to go. There's no need to wait anymore. You understand? I've been waiting all this while. Like, why should I be waiting any more day? You know what I'm saying? So the way Rebekah sensed that, there's grace for this is the time, this is the season, she did not hesitate to leave her family behind and now make her way to Isaac, because it was the time. The Lord had already made it clear. The Lord had spoken. The Lord had given signs. So it was clear as day that this was the union that the Lord was approving of. Eliezer refused to be hindered, and Rebekah said she was going. So this is also something you'd want to pray about, that when the time comes that you are ready to leave and cleave, because this is something you just have to do. And by living and cleaving, this is where, even in your home, if you have disagreements with your partner, you're not running back to your father's house to report your partner. That's not living and cleaving. Living and cleaving is living your family traditions, living how you used to do things, and being in agreement with paving your own path with your husband as the Lord wills or as the Lord mandates. So this is something you definitely want to pray about, the ability to leave maybe old traditions that may not fit in your marriage. So yeah, I would definitely say do pray to receive that grace. Do pray to receive the ability to live and cleave whenever the time comes. So anyway, this was today's video, guys. I hope it helped you in one way or the other. If you have any more things to add, just put them in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. What do you think? What else do you think somebody should work on while in their singleness season, while stewarding their waiting season? Anyway, until we meet in the next video, guys, again, my name is Carol, and We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.